3 It's time to count down the top 10 NFL defenses of all time. These units struck fear into the hearts of offenses, leaving quarterbacks seeing ghosts and running backs wishing they'd chosen a different profession. Kicking off our list at number 10, the 1966 Packers. Led by the fierce Ray Nitschke, Herb Adderley, and Willie Davis, this Green Bay D was meaner than a junkyard dog. They allowed just 11.6 points per game, helping Lombardi's boys capture their first Super Bowl title. At number 9, we've got the 1977 Broncos and their Orange Crush defense. Randy Gradisher and Lyle Alzado spearheaded a unit that gave up a measly 10.6 points per game. These mile-high marauders crushed opponents like oranges in a juicer. The Purple People Eaters come in at number 8, the 1969 Vikings, featuring Alan Page, Carl Eller, and Jim Marshall, devoured offenses for breakfast. Allowing just 9.5 points per game, they were hungrier than a bear after hibernation. Lucky number 7 belongs to the 2002 Buccaneers. With Derek Brooks, Warren Sapp, John Lynch, and Ron Barber, this Tampa defense was tighter than a new pair of cleats. They picked off 31 passes and scored 9 defensive touchdowns en route to a Super Bowl victory. The 1991 Eagles swoop in at number 6. Reggie White, Jerome Brown, and Seth Joyner led a unit that racked up 55 sacks and allowed just 3.9 yards per play. These birds of prey left offenses feeling plucked and cooked. At the halfway point, number 5 is the 1977 Cowboys and their doomsday to defense. Randy White and Harvey Martin anchored a group that surrendered only 212 points all season. They were the reason why everything's bigger in Texas, including the fear in opponents' eyes. The Legion of Boom crashed in at number 4, the 2013 Seahawks, with Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, and Com Chancellor, were louder than the 12th man and hit harder than a Pacific Northwest rainstorm. They led the league in takeaways, points allowed, and swagger. Bronze goes to the 1976 Steelers and the original Steel Curtain. Mean Joe Green, Jack Lambert, and Jack Ham forged a defense harder than Pittsburgh steel. Giving up just 9.9 points per game, they made scoring about as easy as eating soup with a fork. Silver belongs to the 2000 Ravens. Ray Lewis, Rod Woodson, and company allowed a record low 165 points in a 16-game season. Facing this Baltimore D was like trying to run through a brick wall, painful and ultimately pointless. And the greatest defense of all time, the 1985 Chicago Bears. Mike Singletary, Richard Dent, and Dan Hampton led a unit that was more dominant than deep dish pizza in the Windy City. With 60 for sacks and 30 for interceptions, they shuffled their way to a Super Bowl title while allowing just 12.4 points per game. There you have it, folks, the greatest defenses ever. Like, comment, and subscribe at Gametyme 20 to 5 for more gridiron greatness.